Hi everyone. In today's video, let's discuss about National Education Policy 2020 or simply NEP 2020. So, what's the need for National Education Policy 2020 in the current scenario? For that, we have three important reasons. So, in the coming decade, that is in the 10 years, India will be having the larger number of young age population. That is, lot of people between 20 to 30 years of age will be present in our country. The second most important reason is that to meet the agenda of UN Sustainable Developmental Goal number 4, which is nothing but inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learnings for all, which has been adopted by our country in the year 2015 and should be achieved by the year 2030. The third important reason is that in today's world, there are three fields which are getting more prominence. That is big data, machine learning and artificial intelligence. So, the rise of these fields will abolish lot of unskilled labor force and will ask for more skilled labor force. So these are the main reasons why our country has opted for a new education policy, which is nothing but the NEP 2020. Let's see the key things that are said in the National Education Policy 2020. The policy is divided into two main parts, one for the school education and another for the higher education, which is college education or university education. So the first and foremost thing said in the school education is that restructuring of the curricular and pedagogical structure. So previously we had 10 plus 2 structure and now it is proposed that the structure has to be redesigned into 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 structure. This is mainly because the early stronger childhood base will provide in better overall development. So for that thing they are saying ECCE. Early Childhood Care and Education. The reason behind this is that about 85% of the child's cognitive brain development will happen before the age of 6. So, in order to better utilize that age period, this restructuring has been done and the curricular changes are mainly the children will be given learnings through play based, activity based and inquiry based things. And also, in order to train the Anganwadi teachers for this particular aspect, there will be diploma level or certificate level programs according to their educational qualifications. The next thing that is said in the National Education Policy 2020 is achieving foundational literacy and numeracy. That is, the ability to read basic text as well as comprehend the basic text and followed by ability to do mathematical functions of addition and subtraction using Indian numerals. So, in order to achieve this, the National Education Policy suggests there should be a pupil to teacher ratio of 30:1, and in case of schools which is present in most socially backward places, it should be 25:1. Apart from this, there will be an online learning resource created called DIKSHA, which is already present now in 2025, and also establishing of more digital libraries towards this cause. There are solutions and there are plannings for the above said things, but what if the students are not present in the schools to execute this perfectly? That's right, I am talking about how to prevent dropout rates or how to bring the students back to school if they are unable to do due to unavoidable circumstances in their lives. For this, the National Education Policy 2020 suggests tracking of students, why they are not performing or why they are not unable to attend the classes with the help of volunteers, teachers and other local persons. And the next thing is that it says it will ensure that efficient infrastructure is provided to all the students in all the areas. Right from preschool to 12th grade, the students will be provided with schools with all the facilities like tables, chairs, boards, presenters, sports equipments, very good toilet facilities and drinking water facilities, etc. Apart from that, in order to provide universal access to education to all the students, the NEP 2020 suggests it will expand and strengthen the online education platforms, that is open distance learning programs through NIOS, National Institute of Open Schooling, and also create a database of volunteers who are well experts in the fields, retired government officers, etc., to help and come out to prevent the dropout in the schools. Talking about the curricular changes set in the National Education Policy 2020, it says that the curriculum should be more focused on learnings through critical thinking and problem solving. And this can be achieved by experiential learning techniques, which involves lot of hands-on learnings and activity-based learnings. And also in this approach, there will be lot of arts integration and sports integration, in which the arts integration will help in the students attaining more knowledge on our Indian tradition and culture, whereas the sports integrated approaches will help them learn abilities like teamwork, self-discipline, etc. Then apart from this, the National Education Policy 2020 talks about multilingualism, that is the students will be able to grasp more number of languages during their younger ages like 2 to 8. So it says that they can learn 3 languages, and with the condition that the 2 languages selected must be native to our country. Apart from this, the important subjects like artificial intelligence, coding, holistic education, global citizenship education will also be integrated well into the curriculum. Apart from these changes specifically said in the curriculum, there is 2 interesting things that are said in the National Education Policy 2020. One is that taking up of fun course by the student between the grades 6 to 8, where they will be doing hands-on experience, hands-on learning, and survey in vocational crafts like carpentry, electrical work, etc. And another interesting thing is that there will be a 10-day badgeless period for the students who are in the grade 6 to 8, and of course they will be trained in vocational subjects which they will be keep on learning throughout their grades from 6 to 12. Now coming to the assessment part, the students will be assessed in a 360-degree report card. That's right, you heard it right. And this will involve lot of peer assessment, self-assessment, and of course the assessment by the teacher through lot of activity-based learnings or project learnings, etc. And this particular report card will be developed with the help from our National Assessment Center called PARAC. Performance Assessment Review Analysis of Knowledge for Holistic Development. Also, in order to understand how much effective the learnings are, the students will be undergoing examinations not only in 10th and 12th but also in the grades 3, 5 and 8. The National Education Policy 2020 says that the teachers are expected to undergo at least 50 hours of continuous professional development in their respective areas. Whether it is being teaching in science subject or a mathematical subject, etc., they are expected to do this. And the teachers who are in the admin roles like principals or headmasters, etc., they are also expected to undergo similar professional trainings for at least 50 hours. Talking about the equitable education part, here the NAP 2020 suggests it will establish special education zones. These zones are those areas where the students are from economically weaker sections or from areas where the access to education is very difficult. Then next thing is that NAP 2020 says that it will establish set of rules and regulations for home-based schooling that are critical for special children, and it will be laid out according to the RPWD Act of 2016. Then it says that it will create a database of all the scholarships and several government schemes that are specifically available to aid those special children and others to have equitable access to education. So apart from this, there are certain new things that are set by our NEP 2020 that will help in overall improvement of the school education, like twinning of schools. A very well performing school will be tied up with a low performing school so that the low performing school will adapt the ideologies and the ways of the well performing school, and it will also come up with providing very good education to the students studying in that. The next thing is that setting up of school complexes. It is nothing but tying up of a higher secondary school with a primary school that are in and around or in the nearby areas so that the things that are lacking in each school can be countered. Finally, the NEP 2020 says that it will set up an independent state-wise body called as Triple SCA, which is nothing but State School Standards Authority. This independent body will be responsible for taking care of all the things that are happening within the school and ensuring that all the frameworks are taken care of within the school, right from infrastructure to curriculum, etc. So coming to the conclusion of the video, National Education Policy 2020 for school education, there are a lot of things that have been told in this NEP 2020. In order to bring them into a particular and proper effect, there needs a lot of cooperation from all the stakeholders, namely the public, the students, the officials and the government. I am sure that you all would have understood the NEP 2020, and I will ask you to discuss more about this topic within your friends, families and well-wishers. If you like this video, please kindly press the like icon and share this with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Nano Naveen. Thank you.